Greetings. I am Dr. N.K. Sakthivel. I would like to focus the third unit in this video. So, my dear children, I am so happy. Most of the students send their feedback through WhatsApp, and a few students called me also. I was told that the multi-core architecture and the programming CS6801 comfortably gave examination, and most of the children and also happy. That gives me immense pleasure and happy. My dear children, learn like this. So in this video, I would like to focus the third unit of the software project management MG6088. So actually this is the syllabus. Third unit focuses activity planning and risk management, and in this unit we are going to focus, these are the keywords: feasibility management, stages of project schedule, and like this, these are the keywords we are going to focus, and based on that I coined 25 MCQ questions. I will explain. You watch the entire video, understand the concept, and definitely I hope that this video will help you to perform better at your university examination. So that is the first keyword, so feasibility management. The feasibility management means the availability of staff and degree to which activities. So that's a very important one. For example, if you are starting any project, we wanted to focus the economic feasibility, technical feasibility, legal feasibility, and scheduling feasibility also. All these feasibilities depends upon the availability of developers and the degree of activities. So that's a very important one. Activities, degree of activities I am referring. Okay, there is some task, a few tasks have to be executed in parallel. So the feasibility management focuses whether the project economic cost is good or not, whether the available technologies, technical experts, available tools will satisfy the demand or not, whether the project is legally going to implement or not, whether it is scheduling is possible or not, like this. So we will focus. So feasibility management focuses economic, technical, legal, and scheduling considerations. Okay. And the second one is the stages of project schedule. So you know very well that is a different stages and all there. Already I demonstrated you. Depends upon the industry, the project schedule stages may vary. If you are referring a different what is called software management book, okay, according to that author, their view will be different. But strictly speaking, stages of what is called the project schedule consist of ideal activity plan. This is the first stage, ideal activity plan. Then second one is activity risk analysis, and the third one is resource allocation, and the fourth one is schedule production, that is called execution. So first one is the activity plan we wanted to generate, that should be ideal. It's a very important one, realistic. And then we wanted to analyze what are the risk analysis activities we wanted to perform. And then, so what are the resources, tools, experts required we wanted to allocate. That is the third level, resource allocation. And finally, so we planned a schedule. The schedule wanted to execute effectively without any deviation. That is called schedule production. Okay, so the stages made by project schedule consist of 4 phases: ideal activity plan, activity risk analysis, resource allocation, and schedule production. Okay, these 4 stages. Some MCQ questions they may give that is a sequence also, or they may ask you to identify the sequence of the stages. Okay, so please understand. Okay, next one is objective of activity planning. So you know very well what is a planning. Already we discussed in this first unit as well as the second unit. So I am not explaining again and again. But the prime objective of software project planning is to provide a framework that enables the manager to make reasonable estimates of resources, cost and schedule. The three keywords and all very important. The activity planning, okay, it wanted to focus by manager, okay, towards available resources, estimated cost and the schedule. So what are the objectives? Resources wanted to focus, cost wanted to focus, schedule wanted to focus. Okay, for example, client is asking that is a one tool wanted to develop. Imagine that if we didn't have resource, we cannot take that project. If that is a customer is told for that is a 50 lakhs wanted to complete this project, then the finally we should not give quotation for 60 lakhs. Okay, schedule, he asked to complete within 2 months, we should not request needed 3 months. So the resources, cost and the schedule are the prime objectives of activity planning. Okay, and the next one is ideal activity plan. So you know very well what is activity plan. So what is ideal activity plan? So it consists of 4 what is called a plan, ideal activity plan. Number 1 is select a systems analysis team. So that's a very important one. Activity plan, the first level is we wanted to select a systems analysis team. So constitution of team to analyze the system, first level. And the second one is assign members of the team to appropriate project. That is a very important one. So activity plan, for example, I have that is a 10 what is called developers. One developer is pakka, well experienced, well skilled guy in .NET, and the other guy is very well skilled in Python and tools. Now I got a one project that should be developed with the Python tools. So at that time, I should not invite the expert who is very comfortable with the .NET. So that's a very important one. We wanted to identify a team of developers who and all very comfortable to that project. That's the second level. Assign members of a team to appropriate project. And the third one is estimate the time required to complete each task. Okay, so estimation of time required to complete each task, that is called schedule, and okay, that is a time requirement also we wanted to give, because to complete a certain task, certain model, we can give a month. For some other model, we can give only 1 week. So depends upon the complexity of the task, we can give a sufficient time. Sufficient time means we should not give extra time so that our developers, okay, that is that time, idle time, okay, we may not utilize. So we wanted to get to work from what is called developer with what is called relatively good task, but we should not extend much time or we should not reduce the time. Okay, so that's the reason why the estimation of time required to complete each task wanted to calculate, wanted to estimate. Based on that, we can give you assignment or we can prepare a schedule. That is the third one. And the fourth one is schedule the project. That is very important one, because that is according to schedule we wanted to complete the project so that our customers, our clients will be satisfied. So the ideal activity of plan consists of 4 phases. One is called select a systems analysis team. Second one is assign members of the team to appropriate projects. And the third, estimate the time required to complete each task. And the fourth, schedule the project. The schedule the project and the timely completion is very important one. Okay. Next one is network planning model. So what is a network planning model? Okay, for example, this is a very important intelligent model. The purpose is we wanted to choose a best decision so that the cost will be reduced, complexity will be reduced, at the same time the performance, the quality of service can be maximized. So cost can reduce, performance can be maximized. So for this purpose we use network planning model. So we have what is called 2 models. One is called calculating or estimating critical path method, that is called CPM. And the second one is program evaluation review technique, that is called PERT, PERT. So the 2 network planning models called CPM and PERT are very important to take a wise decision. Wise decision means we wanted to complete the task successfully without facing any hurdles. During implementation, our developer should not ask, I wanted one more week, one more month to complete the task like this. I don't want find any practical issues. So for this purpose, the CPM and the PERT will help us. Okay, this is a very important topic. And the next one is the types of nodes. Okay, the types of node, you know very well, that is one is called the source node and other one is called the destination sink node and the third one is intermediate node. It is not related to networking, where that is a source node, okay, it is a developer, and the sink node is a receiver, is a client, and the intermediate node, it is considered as the team. Okay, we can consider like this. And the next one is a very important concept called Dangle in an activity network. So what is the Dangle? The Dangle is nothing but the Dangle is one of the activity we can consider, but the activity, this activity we won't include in our schedule. Okay, so it has neither a predecessor activity or neither a successor activity. That means, okay, no sequence is given to this Dangle activity. So what is a Dangle activity? The Dangle activity depends upon the programmer. The best what is called concept under the Dangle activity is to optimize the performance of the system. For example, imagine that I handle the database. The database I wanted to optimize so that the searching time will be minimum. Or I am developing a project related to OS, then that is OS layering I wanted to optimize. Like this, okay, so the Dangle activity means optimizing certain things. Let us consider a database, then it is optimizing the database. So optimizing database is called Dangle. Okay, so this optimization and all we won't include in our what is called a schedule. So that's the reason why we told this is neither a predecessor activity or neither a successor activity. This is the optimization technique. But this Dangle activity is very important to improve the performance. That's a very important one. For example, after preparing schedule, we will execute all the tasks so that successfully we can complete within the deadline. Okay, that is also coming under Dangle. Okay, so that is optimizing. As far as here software management is concerned, we can refer database, so that optimizing a database we can refer. Okay. Next one is called as Slack. What is called Slack? So Slack helps the project manager to run projects efficiently without compromising quality. That's a very important one. So Slack is the amount of time that a task in a project network can be delayed without causing the delay of subsequent task or the completion of the project. Understand me? The Slack is a very important one. So it is helping a project manager effectively, okay, to complete the project without compromising quality. Okay, so that is one of the idea. So this is the concept to help the manager. Okay, he can complete the project without compromising quality. Okay, how it is possible? Okay, another one is this. Okay, so sometimes during execution, let us consider I have what is called model 1, model 2, model 3. Imagine that. Okay, all the three models I wanted to complete in 6 months. Okay, so roughly I have given, okay, that is for each model 2 months. Let us consider like this for understanding purpose. Imagine that, okay, I needed 2.5 months, okay, to complete the first model. Then 1.5 months, okay, I wanted to complete the second model. So the total of 2.5 plus 1.5, okay, obviously how much? Okay, that is 4. Okay, so 4 months I completed first model as well as the second model. So that is called slack. So slack is nothing but is the amount of time that a task in a project network can be delayed. That a task can be delayed, but at the same time without causing the delay of what is called another subsequent task or the project completion date. Okay, so this is a very important one. So we can expect in our MCQ questions. And the next one is risk management. So you know very well, so what is a risk management? Okay, so before that I would like to focus what are the factors, okay, of that is a risk management. What is called the main components of the risk management. So as far as risk management is concerned, okay, so that is inherent schedule flaws and the requirement of inflammation is one of the problems for risk. Understand? So because we have that is a schedule, we committed, okay, that is wrongly prepared schedule, then it is a problem. That is called inherent schedule flaws. Okay. And the other one is employer turnover. Let us consider, I had assumption that with 50 employees, I can complete the project within 6 months. Due to some practical problem, 5 employees couldn't turn up for the 10 days. So that will create some issue to me. I cannot complete my task on time. So that is one of the risk. So these are the identifying risk. And the third one is the specification breakdown. So that's a very, very important one. Specification breakdown means, so that is each task I identified is splitted successfully to complete the model. Imagine that a few tasks I innocently or I do not know to consider. Okay, I didn't consider when developing a main project. So when completing my project, I noticed the particular task didn't implement still. So that is the problem. That is one of the risk. And the poor productivity. Productivity means, okay, without quality, without considering all our assumptions and constraints. Imagine that I developed the project, then I wanted to redesign. So these are the factors to identify the risk. What are the factors? Identify the risk under risk management: inherent schedule flaws, requirement inflation, employee turnover, specification breakdown, and poor what is called productivity. Plus some more points also. The technical risk may be, because technical risk means, okay, that is during a design process we didn't design properly. That is called technical risk. Then scheduling risk. The scheduling risk means when preparing a schedule, I forgot to include certain task. That is called scheduling risk. Then cost risk also we can consider. So I have given assurance that within 50 crore, 50 crore, I can complete the project. When developing a project, I understood that I wanted more money than 50 crore is the problem. That is called the cost risk or the funding risk. Like this we can go. Okay. So the factors used to identify risk means, okay, two different approaches and all there. So please understand both the points. We do not know which answer, okay, given by what is called the question paper setter. One set of answer is inherent schedule flaw, requirement inflation, employee turnover, specification breakdown, and poor productivity. And another set of risk, okay, are considered technical risk, schedule risk, cost risk, and funding risk. Okay, any type of objective question only, we do not know what type of keywords they are using. So that I have given, okay, that is both the points. So depends upon what is called the question paper pattern, question paper answer, you can select under the risk management. Okay, so main components of risk management I told you. The risk management is focusing identification, assessment, and prioritization. That's a very important one. So what are the roles of risk management? Sometimes they may ask, because risk management is the very big topic. Matter of that 5 minutes we cannot explain. But however, I am explaining what are the possible questions may be raised. So risk management, okay, they can ask, okay, what are the primary objectives of a risk management? So risk management is the identification, assessment, and prioritizing the risk. For example, risk control, risk monitoring, risk directing, risk staffing, and like this. Understand? So these are the four what is called functionalities coming under risk management. Okay. And next, okay, risk to business impact. So you know very well what is risk and what is the purpose of risk management. Okay, risk to business impact. What is risk to business impact? Number one is risk identification related to business, and risk evaluation and risk estimation. The three impacts, okay, are associated with the business. A risk identification, we wanted to expect what are the possible risks. For example, industry, okay, running industry, anytime any problem may come. So for example, 10% of the income may be reserved for what is called this risk management. Suddenly one engine machine may be crashed. Suddenly some problem may be, unexpected expenditure will come. At that time industry wanted to manage so that a particular percentage, I am not telling a 10%, depends upon the quality of the project. Okay, a percentage can be reserved. That means package is money is reserved for that purpose. That is called risk identification, risk evaluation and risk estimation also. So risk estimation is very important. If definitely the risk going to happen, then okay, cautionary actions we can take. So risk to business impact consists of risk identification, risk evaluation and risk estimation. Next one is Hammock Activity. So the Hammock Activity, okay, it's a very simple concept. The purpose is the scheduling, okay, a task, a grouping a task between what is called two sets. For example, the project starting time and the project ending time. In between, what are the tasks to be grouped together so that okay, the project can be successfully executed. Best example, so I identified what is called the 50 members team to successfully complete the project. Then under this Hammock activity, I can give vacation, okay, and after that, okay, that is for example some what is called activity, so that for refreshment side or for encouraging my team members, that is called Hammock activity. Another Hammock activity, okay, that is a 1 year project. So I am putting a schedule. First quarter, this is the project and this much of profit I wanted. That is called the first quarter plan, second quarter plan, third quarter plan and like this. So this is another Hammock activity. Okay, and the other one is called as the length of the effort, the overhead activities, isn't it? That is called the project management activities. This under not coming under development side. Management activities. Management activities means, for example, if the project is completed, I will be give you that is a 10% extra package, or I will promote you, or I will provide you fantastic vehicle, 4-wheeler, or I will provide you 10 lakhs to visit foreign industry, foreign countries, something, some perks like this. So the Hammock activity purpose is encouraging employees and okay, that is a quarter wise target also. That is called calendar based reporting target also. So this is called Hammock activity. So the purpose of Hammock activity is to improve the performance of the employee. That's a very important one. So by instruction, we cannot get more work from employee. So we wanted to encourage. For this, okay, project management people, project managers will follow Hammock activity. And the next one is, okay, the types of networks diagram. Okay, very, very important one. One is called AOA. Okay, in MCQ can ask like this AOA. What is AOA? Activity on arrow. And the other one is AON. Activity on node. First, I would like to explain what is activity on arrow. So, activity on arrow, it is also called as arrow diagramming method. That is called ADM. Arrow diagramming method, ADM. So, AOA, nothing but ADM. What is the purpose of this? What is called arrow on arrow? Activity on arrow? For making association. Okay, so for example, for projects with many dependencies, for example 10 tasks, okay, the first model wanted to complete first, then only I can start the second model. So according to my now presentation, that second model depends on first model, and after that, okay, seventh model depends on third model, might be, we do not know. So depends upon what is called the flow diagram, lot of methodologies and all there. Okay, based on that we can identify what is called dependencies and based on that we can complete our task. That is called activity on arrow. Okay, so especially unified languages, okay, a lot of object oriented modeling and design, most probably you have studied, so you know that this entire concepts. I'm not focusing everything. OAD entire, okay, ideas, okay, it's come. Next one is activity on node. So what is the meaning of activity on node? Okay, so that is a precedence model. The precedence diagramming method I told you know. So that is which activity, okay, is emphasizing which another activity. That means which activity depends on another or initiating another. So like this, the two things are very important. So activity on arrow, AOA, activity on node, AON. Okay. Next one is that is a PERT. So already I told you what is a PERT. What is PERT? That is a program evaluation review technique. Program evaluation review technique. Sometimes MCQ questions we may expect this one. So what are the three estimates? One is called TOPT. That is called time based on time password. What is a time based on time password? In this networking systems, okay, so when executing this one TOPT, the fastest time an activity can be completed. That means for sending a what is called OTP pin and all, okay, the system should not find the network is busy, bandwidth is not available like this. Okay, highest priority should be given. That is the fastest time an activity should be completed. That is called, okay, time based one time password. TOPT is one of the estimates in PERT. Okay. Second estimate is T likely. Okay. So T likely is a method. So actually it is used by a project manager and it is understand to submit one estimation. Once the project manager submitted this estimation and this estimation without review, it will go to that is upper management for approval. So T likely means it is like estimation which is submitted by project manager, and that estimation without further review, okay, it will be forwarded to upper management. Okay, so that's a very important one. That means in between what is called the project manager and the upper management, top management people, no review process when, okay, submitting estimation under T likely estimation concept. Okay, I wanted to speak a lot, but due to time constraints, I am restricting. Next, third estimate is called TPESS. TPESS. So what is this? Okay, so this is the one idea. Okay, so to maximize the time required to complete an activity. For example, I wanted to complete the project. Okay, I can complete the project within 3 months. I can introduce another 15 days buffer time. So I can demand 3.5 months. But I can complete within 3 months, 90 days. But I am requesting 100 days or 105 days. So that is called TPESS. Okay, like this, the three estimations under what is called program evaluation review technique. This is a tool. Once you are installing tool, you can understand all the concepts under. And the objectives of activity planning. So already studied the first and the second unit. So I am not focusing much. What are the objectives of activity planning? So that is sequence you wanted to recall. Feasibility assessment, resource allocation, detailed costing, motivation and coordination. That's a very important one. So sequence also important. Feasibility assessment of the project, resource allocation is the second, detailed costing is the third, motivation of the team members, that's a fourth, and the coordination with the team members, it's a very important one, this is a fifth. So entire activities are the objectives of activity planning. Okay, next one is resource allocation. You know very well what is a resource allocation. Okay, for example, resources we purchase. Sometimes the resource may be common for different projects. Sometimes a few resources are unique. For example, one resource can be used by, okay, that is three projects, and the fourth project, okay, if wanted to execute, I needed this resource at the time. Any one of the three projects wanted to stop. So that is called a load balancing concept. We can prepare a slot, we can prepare a schedule. According to that, that resource can be allocated. So resource allocation is a very simple concept in software management system. Okay. Next one is, okay, different approaches to identifying activities. So that's a very, very important one. What are the different activities? Number one is called activity-based approach. Second one is called product-based approach. And the third one is called hybrid approach. So my dear children, please understand the different approaches to identifying the activities. May be a very important topic, reason because when developing a project, we wanted to consider all these policies. Number one is activity-based approach. In previous sessions, the second unit we discussed, one is called the work breakdown structure, WBS. Okay, means focusing entire task of the whole project. That is called work breakdown structure. Here, work breakdown structure is nothing but activity-based approach. Okay, have in your heart. And the second one is product-based approach. The product-based approach that also studied in the second unit under the topic product breakdown structure. What is called PBS. That means focusing only product model, design and the cost. This product breakdown structure refers product based approach. Okay. So now one more information I would like to give you. Activity based approach. That means work breakdown structure once I prepared, then after that I cannot modify. If I wanted to modify, I wanted to modify schedule. If I am modifying a schedule, I wanted to modify project slot, project time, project cost, lot of issues and all there. So simply we cannot change what is called work breakdown structure. Let us consider we are constructing a house. I have given a guidelines. Okay, I wanted a 4-bedroom hall, different demands I have given. Okay, that is engineer. Okay, created what is called the pattern blueprint and got approval from us and construction started. Okay, that is 30%, almost ground floor is completed. At that time requesting, I wanted one more bedroom, one more what is called office room in the ground floor. Then is it possible? So it is a toughest task. That's the reason why work breakdown structure once finalized, then designing model is final status only. So after that it cannot change. If you wanted to change, then we have a technology called activity-based approach. That means add-on approach. Okay. So the drawback of work breakdown structure means additional task, additional models, additional packages cannot be integrated with developed model. Whereas the activity-based approach, that is add-on, what is called possible, add-on is possible. Okay, next one is product-based approach. In the product-based approach, okay, well, I told you product breakdown structure. Product breakdown structure, what is the problem? Only focusing a design and not focusing internal. So in this product-based approach, the limitations of product breakdown structure is also eliminated. So that is called hybrid model. So hybrid model is one of the model. Okay, that model has the efficiency or has the features, those features and all what is called issues of work breakdown structure and product breakdown structure. My dear children, please understand, work breakdown structure, okay, additional features not possible. Product breakdown structure, internal activities cannot be focused. So to solve the two problems, introduced a hybrid approach. The hybrid approach is the consist of or extended model of work breakdown structure and product breakdown structure. In other words, hybrid approach is a hybrid model of activity based approach and product based approach, so that any modification, any demand you can see. Okay, so that is hybrid approach. The three questions definitely we can expect in our university examination. Okay, and the next one is forward, what is called pass. What is a forward pass? Two things are there. Okay, one is called forward pass. So forward pass means it is carry out, it is a time to carry out or to calculate the earliest date on which each activity may be started and completed. Understand me? Forward pass means, okay, it is a calculating the earliest dates on which each activity may be started and completed. For understanding purpose, I would like to give you a different definition, but you may not find in your book. That definition is, so that is a forward pass, nothing but calculating earliest expected time. Calculating earliest expected time. So I have given a project. I told within 6 months I can complete, but okay, in my heart, okay, I am confident within 5 months I can complete. So this 5 months is the forward pass. Understand me? Okay. Next one is backward pass. So what is the backward pass? Okay. So this backward pass is used for calculating the latest occurrence time. The latest occurrence time means, I told you within 5 months I can complete. Exactly 5 months. Okay. I can take another extra 10 days. So that considering that extra 10 days also. So that means it is a rigid schedule, mandatory, wanted to complete at any cost. Okay, you cannot postpone. Best example for backward pass means, okay, that is tomorrow university scheduled examination. That subject you wanted to take, you cannot change. Okay, that is 1 day extra or half an hour later on. Okay, so preparation, for example, some child will tell Monday onwards I will study, Tuesday onwards I will study, tomorrow onwards I will study, something we will postpone. Okay, but the university examination schedule you cannot postpone. That is called backward pass, rigid schedule, mandated to follow. It's nothing but calculating the latest occurrence time. After calculation at any cost, you cannot change the schedule. Backward pass. So the two questions definitely will come in the MCQ. Forward pass, backward pass. Once again repeat. Forward pass means calculating earliest expected time, and backward pass means calculating the latest occurrence time. 100% wanted to happen. Next one is, I already given what is called sufficient information on risk assessment, so that I am not focusing much. You know very well what is risk assessment. Next one is, it is hazard analysis. So what is a hazard analysis? So it is a process used to assess the risk. That means it is used to identify the unacceptable risk. That is called hazard analysis. So that this is very important one. Very important analysis in the project management, because when executing this project at any cost, the hazard analysis, hazard issue should not happen. Okay, so it is a process used to assess the risk. Okay, for example, so example for students level, first internal what is called less than 10%, second internal also less than 10%, then that is a faculty will advise you in the same level you are studying, you cannot pass in the university examination. This is the hazard analysis. Okay, next one is that is total float, free float, and inferencing float. So it's a very important topic, so that with the diagram I would like to demonstrate what is a total float. Before that, I would like to explain this diagram. The task is starting. Here that is called some numbers and all there. This is called yearly start time. Yearly start time. Understand, this is yearly start time. This portion is yearly start time. So yearly start time, yearly end time. This is late start time and late finish time. Understand? Yearly start time. So this is yearly start time. Yearly finish time. This is late start time, late finish time. This. So for understanding, you explain here. This is called yearly start time. This is called late start time. According to this task, both the time are same. So come here. There is a C block. Come here. This is yearly start time. This is a late start time. Here yearly what is called finish time or finish date, and okay, late finish date. Understand? So numbers and all you wanted to understand, otherwise you cannot solve this problem. Okay, I am starting here. I wanted to reach this what is called the stage, the project stage. This is one model, this is another model, this is another model, this is another model, but I through any other models I can reach the destination. I can reach, okay, if I am executing these models I will get the result. I am executing these models I will get the same result, so that I can walk through this route or I can walk through this route. Now very important one information is critical path. What is the mean by critical path? The critical path means that path not supporting you to get fruitful results. Very important one. Critical path means the critical path never ever give you fruitful result. Means that the critical path we should not focus, or you identify a critical path, on that path you should not walk. That's a very important one. Okay, so with this understanding, so here I have given a formula. So total float is nothing but it is a task, okay, late start time minus yearly start time. Okay, for example, take this C block, C task, which is a late start time. Okay, late start time. Okay, this one 14. Yearly start time. Okay, 6. Okay, that means 14 minus 6. Okay, you will get what is called 8. No, so 8 is a total float. You can calculate according to this formula or in different formula also. Take this formula, late finish date. Which is late finish date according to C? This one, late finish date. Yearly finish date, 7. So 15 minus 7, 8. Okay, so the total float can be calculated in two different mechanisms, under this one or under this one. We do not know which questions rising, so understand the concept. So you know very well what is total float. Then after that, second one is called free float. What is a free float? ES refers yearly start. EF refers yearly finish. Okay, so free float means yearly start of next activity minus yearly finish of current activity. So now one more input I wanted to give. What is the next activity? As far as this C task is concerned, this is the next activity. Understand? So for example, so you see this diagram. This diagram is 16. 16 is the, okay, what is called yearly start time of the next starts as far as C is concerned. According to this D, this refers to D. According to C, okay, the 16 is the yearly start time, okay, of the next activity, because this is activity and the next activity. Next activity yearly time. So you apply and we will get. So for example, free float according to C and D, how can you calculate? Okay, yearly what is called start of next activity, which one? 16. Here 16. Then here what is called yearly finish date of current activity, which is yearly finish 7. Okay, 16 minus 7. So how much the value will come? So 9. Okay, so correct. So 9 is the free float. So MCQ questions, they will ask you, they will give the question like this, graph like this. Okay, if you wanted to test you, definitely this type of figure will come. Okay, then they may ask you to calculate total float and free float and like this. And inferencing float is nothing but anytime you can start, but without delay you should complete. For example, okay, for example, I can drive the car speed 100 km per hour. Okay, 10 minutes delay I can start. My friend can play his car only maximum 80 km. He little bit earlier you wanted to start. So depends upon the situation. Inferencing float means anytime you can start, but without delay you wanted to complete your task. That's a different one. So not focusing this inference float, because you cannot get quality as far as what is called activity planning and risk management is concerned, we should not focus inferencing flows. So my dear children, I hope okay I explained okay all the concepts, all the ideas and all. So with this I would like to okay focus MCQ questions. If you are really liking this video, my dear children, please subscribe my channel. So periodically I would like to upload more videos and all. I am so happy all my children utilizing, watching these videos and performing in university examination very well. But the thing is, number of times okay you watch the video, so that okay in the first time if you are not able to understand the concept, during second watch you can understand clearly, so that it will help you to give a correct answer in your university examinations. Okay, with this word I would like to focus okay, that is MCQ questions. Okay, so it's a third unit, activity planning and risk management. Okay, that I already explained to you, so that you can easily give answer. Two tools for computing critical path and project completion times from activity network. Already told you, activity network means okay two mechanisms. One is called CPM and other one is called PERT. So you can select this and that, better all the above. This is the correct answer. Second question, an effective risk management plan will need to address which of the following issues? Risk management wanted to focus risk avoidance, risk monitoring required, contingency planning, intelligent planning is required. So I am choosing all the above. Third question, feasibility management focuses. What is a feasibility management? Wanted to focus economic, technical, legal and scheduling. Here economic, technical, legal, scheduling is missing. Here economic is missing, all the above. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Fourth question, various stages made by project schedule are. So various stages. So ideal activity plan, yeah, first level. Activity risk analysis, yeah, second level. Resource allocation and schedule, okay, that's the third and the fourth level. So this is the correct answer. Last one. Fifth question, various objectives of activity planning. So various activities of objectives of activity planning. So which one? Enables the manager to make reasonable estimates of cost and schedule. Enables the manager to make reasonable estimates of resource. Second is the correct one, because wanted to focus resource, cost as well as schedule. Okay, second is the correct answer. Next question. So that is a slack. Already told you slack. This one. The amount of time that a task in a project network can be delayed without causing the delay of subsequent task. That means completion status. So this is the correct answer. Okay. And the seventh one is factors used to identify the risk. Okay. What are the factors used to identify the risk? Inherent schedule flaw, yeah, it is correct. Turnover is okay, correct. Okay, all the above. Okay. Eighth question, risk management focuses risk control, monitoring, everything, all the above. Okay. And the main components of risk management, risk analysis, management, monitoring, all are the main components. So that's all the above. Next one is, so for one more input I would like to give you. For I am comfortably I have prepared this one. Sometimes risk analysis and risk management, first choice. Risk analysis and risk monitoring, second choice. Risk analysis, management, monitoring, third choice they may give. So please understand the combinations, very important one. 10th question, risk to business impact, which is that? All are. Okay, already explained to you, so that I don't need to waste the time. Okay, the 11th question, Hammock task, okay, refers, what is that? Okay, risk identification, risk evaluation, everything. Okay, and risk identification is not task, risk evaluation not, Okay, last one. Project planning term for a grouping task. So Hammock task is a grouping task. Okay, so please remember. Okay. 12th question. So AOA. Already I told you activity on arrow. Okay. Next AON, activity on node. PERT refers program evaluation review technique. Word is very important. Program evaluation review technique. Other one is revise techniques also there for confusing you. Review technique. First is the correct answer. Fifth question. Activity based approach. Activity based approach, I told you, work breakdown structure. Okay, so it's a very important one. Next question. Product based approach is the next one. Product breakdown structure. Don't confuse. I am expecting, okay, there's two, any one of the questions will come. Okay. Third one is, okay, hybrid. 17th question, hybrid. Okay, hybrid means what? Okay, hybrid. This alternative work breakdown structure. So this breakdown structure, okay, and this also combined, isn't it? So we can choose what is called the third answer. Okay, the alternate work breakdown structure. Alternate work breakdown structure. Here work refers, isn't it? So this one plus, okay, some features will also come here. But because of this alternate work breakdown, I am selecting this one. Okay, modification, some other meaning came, no, the none of the above. Please understand. Okay. 18th question. Forward pass, okay, is earliest expected time. Okay, the definition is very, very important. And the backward pass is used to latest occurrence time. Okay, this is the correct answer. And the 22nd, hazard analysis refers used to assess risk. Okay, this is the correct answer. 21st, total float. Okay, I told you total float. Okay, you know very well what is that? Late start time minus early start time. Late finish date minus early finish date. Both are the same. So all the above. Okay, please remember this formula. Next, free float is, okay, what is called yearly start of next activity minus yearly finish of current activity. This is the correct one. Okay. 23rd question. This is a very important one. Critical path calculation. What is a critical path calculation? What I told you, critical path means through that path we should not walk. Please understand. That's a very important one. Okay, so we wanted to decide, okay, which is the critical path. So this is the cost. So one route, this route is you add 1, 2, 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 12. So this route 12. This route 2, 10, 11. So this is a 12, this is the 11. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So this is a 9. Understand? So which is the highest path? This path. So this path is considered as critical path. So A, B, D, E, F. A, B, D, E, F. So this is the correct answer. Understand? Okay. Now, next question. What would be the critical path if the duration of activity C increased to 10? That means 8 is here. That is increased to 10. Then 2 plus 10, 12 plus 1, 13. So compared with this cost, okay, this cost is going high. Now this becomes critical path. So A, B, C, F. A, B, C, F. So please understand, definitely this type of question may come. Okay. Next question. Changes to the project involve moving from, so that is changes to the project. For example, wanted to change the project pattern, involve move from control stage to definition, because project we are changing now, therefore we should go back to definition stage. So first is the correct answer. Okay, I hope, okay, we completed, okay, that's entire third unit with important topics. My dear children, perform very well, okay, and watch the videos again and again for understanding purpose, and I am sure you will get very good score in your university examinations. Okay, so if you have any doubt, okay, you post me what is called WhatsApp or call me anytime. We would like to help you. Okay, with this word, I would like to conclude my presentation, this video. Okay, if my children liking this video, please like and please subscribe our channels. So I am so happy to launch this type of videos in future also. Thank you very much. Bye.